everybody. I was remembering the last guy. He was, is it in the 90s? He was, he settled at Garden Estate. And people would ask him, do you have land around that place? But he was a banker. And the word that he hated most was being a broker. So he would just say, I don't deal with those things. Years later now, after he has retired, he's now a broker. And I'm like, I know for him, it was like, he wishes he took that advantage of being called a broker. By now, he would be a billionaire. Because people really wanted to buy that side of Garden Estate. But he felt that term was, too down. And as you can see, real estate is not something that is for the unlearned. It is all about passion. Are you glad that you're doing, is it from an inner strength, or are you there because of money? And one of the things I've appreciated about real estate, when, or just life, God will always give you your people. God will do great things for you. You just need to trust and believe in Him. When I was starting this journey, one of the things I wrote is that I would like to go to the media. Do you know, it didn't even take me a whole year before I started going to the media. And it has been a very phenomenal journey for me. I could ask myself, where will I get these clients? And I have a lady, she's all the way from US, she's called Betty. You can wave. Do you know she saw me on TV and she contacted me, and now she's a landowner. She's bought some land in Nanyuki. We met last week, but when she flew from US, she's right now on holiday. And I'm like, God will give you your clients. Just keep aligning your passion and everything. Fear should not stop you from doing what you want. Because majority of us, it's all about fear. Before I did social media, I had even changed, my name is Terry Gadoni Nganga. Now I didn't want people to know Terry because Terry is, there are those names that you don't forget. So I didn't call myself Gadoni Nganga. Then one day I'm like, Apana, let me rebrand myself. People know me as Terry Nganga. Let me rebrand myself and guys will be able to know who I am. I started posting and guys are like, where have you been? So it is all about, have that confidence. Don't ask, will I make it? Don't ask, how will people look at me? Answer. When we were starting this project, we did not have the money. And we are like, okay, let us just do bit by bit. And, it's just those small steps that you do that give you the bigger picture. I would love you come maybe after 5 years and you're like, is this the empty space we had? Because it will be full of so many activities. So it's, trust in God. For me, that has been a big thing. Trusting in God, He will always establish your ways. And the integrity bit. You can only call 1-2 people. By that time, people have disappeared. And okay, some I don't know that it's calling or something just goes wrong. I don't know what will be behind their back. But if you look at it, even those companies that have had the scandals, it is all about when you lack integrity. What values do you have in life? How are you starting this business? Are you starting because of money? Are you starting because you love what you're doing? And when you do anything from loving what you're doing, you will always have the correct values. Lastly? Also remember, we are multi-talented. Like Carol was saying, what is this that you can do to earn money? Or what is this you can do to enhance your income? You may be in employment and everyone has a gift. Try and get your gift. That way now you're going to have multiple sources of income. I've always said, when you interact with people and there are those people who have that eye of maybe telling you you can do this, you can do this. It's not bad. You can have even 10 sources of income. That way, you now have money to take to real estate. Remember, real estate is not something that is, you need 5, 10 bob. It's something that is a bit capital intensive. And because of these gifts that we have, and remember your gifts will take you places. Who would have thought that with the writing her book, she would go far? Who would have thought, so many of us are talented. What is this that you can do to enhance your income? You have 24 hours. You're meant to sleep 8. So you're left with 24 minus 8, 16. So this 16, what are you doing? Are you there on Facebook trolling others? Are you on Facebook reading people's stories and you don't have a story? Because I remember when COVID happened, Tabitha is my high school mate. So I called her and I just that thing of, I had been on Facebook, I think, a whole 2 weeks. I even got exhausted. So I called her and she's like, yeah, me from the time I discovered my purpose, my gifts are taking me places. And I'm like, purpose? Do I even know my purpose? Do I know which gift I have? So she was like, there's this life coach that you can engage and you may realize what is this you have. And that's why, don't take that long step or that long path before trying to figure out things. There are people who are talented in that you need. So I engaged that coach. Let me say it was not cheap, but it has been worth it. And I got now to realize my purpose, and that is what has been I have been doing. So when you learn your gifts, when you learn what is your life, what were you brought in this world to do, you will do it effortlessly. I can talk about real estate from morning till evening and I don't get tired. And that's why for me mentorship is big, because I'm doing it from a point of passion. So have multiple sources of income, do what you can, love money. Then we are told money is evil. If something is evil, will it come to you? What energy are you attracting? What mindset are you having? When you wake up and you're like, hey, this life ni ngumu, hakuna pesa, do you know money will not come? People are, during the COVID time, and even right now, they're like, who are buying properties? And I'm like, people have made money. What mindset are you having? Because mindset to me has been very crucial. And what do I mean by mindset? Is those thoughts that you have about yourself and the outside world. You want to blame the government. Right now, everyone is blaming the government of high prices. What else? Channel your energy to something else. Be positive about it, so that the energy you attract will always give you a positive outcome. When people are there talking about there is conning, I'll say, yeah, other people have been conned, may not be conned. Yeah, that has been my journey on real estate, and some of the things that I've come to learn. It's your gifts will take you places. Your desires will always be established. If you don't have the desire, I've met somebody who was like, I didn't want to own a home on a 1 acre land. And I'm like, what do you mean? Have you been to those homes that they have swimming pools, they have waterfalls, they have, a home that you feel is a real home? That is the time your mindset changes and you're like, this is what I would like to own. Kutembea si mbaya, but when you're there saying, I wouldn't like to own, you will not own. So put that desire, and your desire one day is going to be established. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you very much, Terry. Let's give her another clap.